Hi there, welcome to Homekeepers. How wonderful to be with you today, my friend. I hope things are going well for you and your family. We're all about keeping the home. And if you're brand new, welcome. We're so glad to have you. And boy, today we got some great emails from some of the viewers. That's the first thing I do when I get to the office, kind of check the email. And boy, you really encouraged us today. Thank you so very much. Got one of our favorites back, Deborah Ray, and she is the First Lady of Health, has quite a background in diplomas and so forth from major universities in several medical fields, but also radio and television, and we're so thankful that she's with us once a month. And we're going to talk about the brain today, and you can't believe the information she sent me. I don't think we're going to have time for all that, but we're going to see what we get to. I'm telling you, though, this is really, really interesting because you can do your brain a lot of good favors by what you do to the rest of your body. So we'll address that. We're going to have chicken tortilla soup. Stephanie's going to make it, and I'm going to watch her. And I want to give you a scripture before I join her, and one more thing, but I was reading this morning in this ragged Bible of mine, but you know, you kind of like to hang on to the old ones. This is Joshua, the first chapter, the Lord speaking. Have I not commanded you to be strong and courageous? Do not tremble or be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. And I had a hunch that a lot of people out there needed that today. Don't be discouraged. Be courageous. So whatever you're doing, I'm sure it applies to your life. And right before I joined Stephanie, I'm again offering this book titled Billy Graham. It's written by Sir David Frost, who is one of the best interviewers from Great Britain. And he has compiled those interviews in this book. I think there's a lot of things out there about Billy Graham, and boy, they're really all good. This one is a little bit different insight, and I think you would enjoy it, and you can have it for a gift to this ministry for at least $25, and we will send it right out to you. That includes the postage, the handling, and all that stuff that adds up. And if you write to Box 6922, Clearwater, Florida, you can send a check there. Or you can use the 800 number for everything else, 1-800-229-0059. We'll get it out to you, how I thank God for the life of Billy Graham and what an impact you could say in America, but it was really worldwide. Very, very thankful for that. And so I think you will really like this book. So what you got your phone out for?
You know what I'm doing? I'm updating my fan page.
Oh, okay. She has
Facebook.
a fan club, and you can join it.
I do giveaways. I put up the recipes that we have, all kinds of fun stuff. So it's Stephanie's Fan Club on Facebook. Plus, there's a Homekeepers page on Facebook that you can like.
And I keep forgetting to remind people of those things because of my generation. People with grandchildren don't understand it. We try. We're making headway.
Yeah, she posts her shows, books, different books that she does and stuff like that. So it's a great.
Yeah, you remind me, okay?
I will remind you.
All right.
Okay, so
what are we doing?
Super easy. I'm not sure about this recipe, so let's just see. Because here's what happens. Arthelene comes up to my desk and she goes, "Here, this is what we're making.
Yeah.
We don't try it out.
Yep.
This is it. So let's just see."
If someone wants to give us $1 million, we'll create a test kitchen.
Yes.
Martha Stewart has 4 or 5 of them.
Sure. Or we just have a clothes fund for all the clothes that Stephanie runs on the show. So we have chicken broth.
Or we
3.5
can
cups.
keep stumbling through it like the rest of America.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3.5 cups of chicken broth. This is just so easy. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
Okay. Let me get a spoon.
But I was attracted to the flavors in it.
Yeah. So we have, let's see, a teaspoon of garlic powder. It's just really weird to me because it's chicken tortilla soup, but there's no taco seasoning. There's no.
Yeah,
so,
but there's this a picante.
Yeah, but it's picante. Yeah. So we have this is a can of whole peeled tomatoes that are diced and smashed up.
Look what I got.
Extra mild.
Extra mild. I didn't know it existed.
That's what Arthelene Rippy likes.
Because I don't like the heat of
I'm gonna crank
Mexican food.
high. I love the heat. Last weekend,
Yeah.
my husband was out of town. Here, let me keep putting this in.
Okay.
This is half a cup
Half
of
a cup of-
picante sauce.
Picante sauce and,
This is extra mild. I would do spicy.
yeah, she would do
Yeah.
that.
We parboiled some carrots so
Carrot.
that we could speed up our cooking process.
Yeah, I thought the ingredients were a little bit interesting. Carrots, but why not?
Sure, why
Other
not?
stuff?
And then this is you bought rotisserie chicken. So super simple way, just get a rotisserie chicken and take some off that. You don't even have to cook the chicken. It's already cooked. So we're gonna let this heat
Now,
up.
for the tortilla side,
We took 4 tortillas, corn tortillas. We sliced them. We put them in the oven, and now they're
They're
now
nice
they're
and crispy.
crispy. So last weekend, my husband went to hunt camp. So I made myself a big batch of like black beans with cumin and salsa verde and cheese and stuff. And that's all I ate all weekend because my husband doesn't like Mexican food. So I just ate it all weekend without him.
you know, that's
Yeah.
very pretty soup, by the way.
Well, thanks. So we're just heating this up real quick. Let it cook a long time. Let the flavors marry together and have a good time together.
And the corn tortillas, as she mentioned, you just slice them, put them in the oven a little bit, and then you put them on the top after you get it in the bowl.
Yeah.
And that's what the tortilla part is.
400 degrees, 15 minutes. Yep. So we're just letting this heat up.
And I'm chewing on one.
Yeah. You told me
Yeah,
you
listen.
made yourself a nice big salad last night for dinner, right? Because you are liking spinach right now, is that?
Yeah, I did a lot of fresh spinach. I meant to ask you, are you sure on the coupon thing?
Oh yeah, they're making it more difficult.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as it used to be because so many people were doing it, I'm sure, but it's still possible.
Well, I bring her my newspaper every week so she can
so
call
thankful.
through that. And I was thinking, you probably know now where to go for what you want. You know where it kind of is in the paper, probably.
Oh yeah.
But you can get them online.
You can get them online.
Do you do that too?
Oh yeah, now they're on their phone.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just a million different. Plus, there's like Ibotta, which is you can buy stuff and then they give you a rebate on it. You just put your receipt in. I mean, there's just a million. So I have a couple different directions that I'm going to try to save money.
Isn't it interesting? All the little twists and turns they do to get our business. There's a coupon
It
here, you
works.
get a rebate here. I just went to Costco, and I don't know, I don't buy that much there, but apparently I'd accumulated enough to get $115 worth of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's my kind of shopping.
So what you
trip.
do, you buy all these paper products for your whole family.
Yes, that's what
Bath
we do.
tissue,
Yes.
paper
love it.
towels, Kleenex.
Now tomorrow, here's what I'm trying. Friday, Walmart has where you can order all of your groceries online. You pick everything, and then you drive up, and they put it in your car. I'm gonna
They're
try
all the
that.
same prices?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
No fees, no nothing. But it's gonna save me. Number one, it's gonna save me time, which I have time. I don't know what my problem is, but it's also gonna save me from wandering up and down the aisles and picking up stuff that I really don't need.
Oh,
I'm
we
getting
want a
ex-
full,
I'm
Brooke, can you
getting-
go with her with the camera with that?
I'm getting exactly what I need and nothing more.
Okay,
So, yeah.
we're going to assign Brooke to go.
I'm going tomorrow. Would you like to go?
So have you ordered yet?
You can. Yeah, I've ordered and it's all ready to be picked up on Friday.
Is it the one
Tomorrow's
on?
not Friday. I'm sorry. Tomorrow is Thursday. Friday.
She lives for Friday.
Don't we all? Come on now. Well, all of us working folk.
Okay, let's put a little more broth in that.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
I
Again,
love good soup.
you can doctor this up. You can let this really let it marry a lot longer. Let the flavors really get together. Look at these big old Jethro Bodine soup spoons.
Oh, that is really good. Really good. She doesn't like it. I like it.
I think if we doctored it up a little bit, it would be very good. Right now,
Okay,
no.
she doesn't like it. I like it. You'll have to make your own decision on this. And if you want the recipe, information's coming up on your screen.
Try it.
Gmail or email.
Email.
Mine's Gmail. Just email and ask for it, or all that's coming up, tell you. But if you haven't met Deborah Ray, you're going to love her like we do.
If you would like a copy of today's recipe, you may receive it by contacting us through social media as listed on the screen. When requesting a copy through the mail, be sure to include a self-addressed stamped envelope. Thank you, and please know we always appreciate hearing from our viewers.
Well, Deborah, it's so good to have you back.
So good to be here. And no matter where I go in the community, people watch you.
Oh,
And
good.
are so thankful for the gifts that you bring them through your show.
Praise the Lord for that. There's so many things about your life, you know, your home, certainly the Lord, but other things you need to get through. And we try to really address those. And boy, are you ever important on this subject. And I think, Lord, how long have we known each other anyway? Does anybody know? At least 20 years. At least 20 years.
Yes.
And for many years, she had Healthy Life, Healthy Talk radio and
Healthy Talk
TV. Mm-hmm. And I used to listen to you on the radio, and I thought you were one of the best. With the uptake, you were quick and, of course, very knowledgeable. But we're going to talk about the brain today, and she sent me a ream, I told you earlier in the show, of information, and it's so encouraging.
Brain is the most modifiable organ in the body. According to new research, a growing number of universities actually have brain performance institutes. And they say, you know, people think about taking care of your heart and exercising and eating for heart health, but the brain can be modified even more than the health of your heart. I had no idea.
Well, I thought, well, your brain is there, and you go to school, and that's kind of it.
Right. And it's this long, slow decline. And we know that that is not the case. Mm-hmm. That even after major events like strokes, that your brain can actually rewire. That therapy, whether it's physical exercise, whether it's mental exercise, certainly the food that you eat, all plays a role in modifying the health of our brain to a positive benefit. And that's just an amazing blessing.
Yeah, I just think what's happened in my lifetime, that if you have a stroke and they get to you within a certain amount of time, it almost leaves no effect.
Absolutely.
And the things that they can do, I mean, we have these wonderful servicemen who come back and they've had some real brain injuries and all. But the information you sent to me is what we can do at any age to make it all work better. So
exactly. Exercise makes a huge difference, and they've done some studies, animal studies, but I think we all can equate to the fact that just a simple walk, regular physical activity, you know, it's nice to drive up to Walmart for your groceries, but walking does have a positive role to play. And even when we're stressed, it was the animals who got some regular exercise whose brains did so much better. So don't forget that, you know, whether it's just a walk in your neighborhood, a walk downstairs, a walk in nature, that regular physical activity can really build up, actually they say, brain reserves, so that even families who have a genetic predisposition to, you know, challenges like Alzheimer's or ALS, that they can build up brain reserves, which means that they may not get Alzheimer's until maybe the 8th or the 9th decade of life, all because of things like exercise.
Like this can, if you're genetically disposed to Alzheimer's or dementia, that if you do these things, you can push the onset farther away.
Right.
I've mentioned this on the show so many times, maybe they don't want to hear it again, but I always go back to Jesus at the Pool of Bethesda with the crippled man, and he gave every excuse why he wasn't better. But Jesus gave him the question, do you want to be well? Then you have to do this, you have to do this. And I used to see, you know, the same people being prayed for the sick all the time, and I'm only surmising, but probably pretty close to right, that much of the week they sat and watched TV and ate cake and didn't get outside, didn't get out and walk.
But faith alone can play a positive difference in the health of our brain. You know, we certainly know that prayer, belief, helps us when we're stressed, you know, giving, you know, that surrender when we're anxious. And of course, all of us worry and we have things to worry about in our lives. But that faith alone can make a positive difference in our brain. And now there's, you know, universities like Harvard, Duke University, University of Texas, who are saying that they can measure the difference, that there's something about the way that our brains are hardwired, that faith is a very positive effect. And of course, with so many of us that are plugged into technology these days, we seem to be bombarded by bad news. but giving our brain a rest is very important, not staying, hooked up to all the technology these days, but that faith, being part of a faith community, belief, hope, forgiveness, of course, the fruits of the Spirit, all of those have positive benefits for our brains.
And this is not from a preacher, this is from scientific
Science, right.
studies. It mentioned, I was raised, my daddy was a Pentecostal preacher, and I believe in the gifts of the Spirit. I believe in their operation, and the research you sent to me named this, that whether it's a nun, Catholic nun, praying a centering prayer, which it's part of their practice, or a Pentecostal speaking in another tongue, what it does to the brain.
They can see the difference. They see it's an amazing experience when we have that centering prayer. And of course, we know the peace that only
God can give you.
Absolutely.
I kind of I got a goosebump when you said that, because on the Pentecostal end of it, the Apostle Paul said, when I speak in another tongue, my spirit is praying, not my brain. So that brain is getting a rest.
Wouldn't it be amazing when the Holy Spirit descended on them to look at their brains and see the difference?
Yes.
I think it would have been amazing to all of us.
Because they were speaking in known languages.
Right.
That's a miracle. But when you take food, exercise, faith, that's good for every part of your body.
Absolutely, the triune.
But especially the brain.
Especially the brain. And the food certainly makes a difference. There's Tufts University research that we can actually stop the aging of our brain with darkly colored berries. Blueberries in particular were the ones that they studied, but all of those, and now they say beans. Inexpensive. You don't even have to cook them, and you can just buy them in the can, darkly colored.
The dark ones, like the dark kidney beans and black beans.
Right. All of those.
And I love those.
Absolutely. Easy way. I mean, you could add them to a soup, put them on a salad. They're a good source of protein, but certainly good for our brains.
Now, some of the other material you sent, reset the brain 5 times 5 per day. That's 5 minutes, 5 times a day. And it greatly discouraged multitasking, and most of us going around bragging because we could do it.
But it's not good for us.
It's not good for us.
And how many of us, as we age, think, I can't multitask anymore. We don't realize that was not a good thing to do, that we were made to focus on a single task. And when we try and do too many things at once, not good for our stress, not good for our brain.
Well, there you go. The Apostle Paul said, this one thing I do.
Right.
Also, the information, take a technology time out. I wonder how we can get that message to America, to the young people. I just wonder what the end result's going to be in another 20 years, 25 years.
We are the experiment. We are truly the experiment. And of course, now our children take more psychiatric medication. We have really staggering statistics that 1 in 6 American children has a learning or behavior disorder. Of course, we have higher rates of things like autism and attention deficit and all of those really challenging illnesses. Our environment has changed. And not only do we think about things like foam and plastic and all of those things potentially affecting our children, but the technology as well. And we lose that ability to communicate, but we also lose that ability to have that brain take a rest. Not only the ability to exercise, but take a technology break as well.
I don't know if this was in the research, but it just kind of dawned on me that when you're always looking at a piece of technology, you're not in relationship. No. And that's so important. Absolutely. So important from the very beginning.
Absolutely. I mean, we are hardwired that way. All we have to go back is to those ancient texts, and they still tell us the way we should live. Absolutely.
I really feel that for those of you watching, to really take this seriously, Deborah Ray started out by saying the brain is the most modifiable. That was a new word to me. I learned it yesterday. Most modifiable organ in the whole body.
Right. And if that sounds amazing, you know, these days we hear about these terrible tragedies and how people have mental illness, and you think, what can you do? You can take medication, and for some people the medication can be very beneficial, but it can change the brain permanently in a bad fashion. When we go back to fields of medicine, orthomolecular psychiatry is one that I brought up to you, which is just amazing. In the 50s, Dr. Abram Hoffer at Mayo Clinic was saying that the brains of people with schizophrenia, which we would consider to be a lifelong sentence, not a good sentence, can be modified with certain B vitamins. And he and other orthomolecular psychiatrists to this day, Dr. Daniel Amen has written many books on this, that you can actually look at the brain, test the brain, find that your body may need certain nutrients in certain amounts that somebody else doesn't, but it has a positive effect on mental illness. And perhaps we're jumping to the medications, particularly we're giving them at earlier and earlier ages. And if we change that child's brain to the negative, what does that mean for the rest of their lives?
Yeah. Oh, there's a very brilliant author and radio personality coming out of California, Michael Savage.
Yes.
You know who he is?
Know who he
Did
is.
you say you interviewed him once?
As a medical herbalist, because that was his field of studies.
Oh, he's brilliant.
Brilliant mind.
He is brilliant, and he's feisty. That's a easy way of saying it. Yeah, yeah. But boy, he really goes after giving kids medications that they quote diagnosed with ADD.
Right.
I remember when we were having telethons here years ago, and there was a lady here, I met her, I can't remember her name, but she was around a lot with her little boy, and she was telling me how much calmer her son was since they gave him Ritalin. And I didn't know beans about everything, but I got this great big question mark, like, that doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And there are physicians who have studied this and you know, show that it changes certainly the rate of growth, but it can make permanent changes in the brain. Dr. Peter Breggin has a whole series of books. He was trained at Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine in the field of psychiatry, and shows that many of these psychiatric medications can change the brain permanently and not for the good.
Yes, and marijuana.
Right.
You give that to anybody, what, middle school or so forth, it can change their brain forever.
Right, right. So lots of positive benefit, but you have to take a look, is that what's going to be the solution, and should you be doing it long term?
All right, if a child, you don't want your child, I don't think anyone does, to have them on a drug that can really affect them. I think that we have discussed before some avenues that you could go. Just this week, there's a big article, I don't know if I read it on the internet or in the paper, but one school had made recess 3 times what the time frame was, and the difference. Did you see that?
No, I did not, but it certainly makes sense, absolutely. Particularly children were made to play, and of course they get away from that these days. And
oh, it's terrible. I think some schools have canceled it, and because they might get hurt. Everybody's afraid of a lawsuit, I guess, but this was quite an article that they made it 3 times longer, and the kids did so much better.
Absolutely. But you know, we have things like art and music. Of course, music is part of worship. They've studied that, and it really does a body good, particularly your brain good. And it's the way that we can play, can enjoy, and have lifelong benefits for our brains.
Yes, and I think probably when they expand the recess, it makes the most difference in the boys, because our boys and men are in trouble in this nation, in huge trouble. There are a lot more girls, ladies in med schools and so forth, and I can see where it all started to happen. And then you try to tie down a little kid for 5 hours a day at a desk. There's so many components that's working against men today in America.
Absolutely, absolutely. Very important research, absolutely. Of course, the way we feed our children. There's interesting research in Great Britain that simple things like changing the fat in school diets makes a huge difference. They gave them each just one capsule of good fish, cod liver oil. Of course, that's the way that babies used to be weaned around the world, and that made a positive difference in the way the children behaved and the way they learned.
They gave them cod liver oil?
Cod liver oil.
Where can I get some?
Well, of course, that's what Dr. Young teaches us to put in the shake, in the power shake.
I had one this morning.
A good form of oil, but olive oil, even 2 tablespoons of walnuts gives you the amount of good fat that's good for your brain and, of course, good for your heart health as well. But knowing that the brain is more than 70% fat, really be mindful of types of fats that you're getting in your diet because it will affect your brain health.
Now, is the walnut the best nut? I mean, I keep a lot of nuts in my house.
They're all healthful.
Avocado.
Right.
Okay, the cod liver oil, does that come in capsules or?
You can get it in capsules. The liquid is probably a little bit better just because of the preservatives prevent the body from actually being able to
What, a
take
tablespoon or a teaspoon or?
Put it in your
Doesn't
shake.
taste good though.
Well, they make it orange flavored and lemon flavored these days, so you really don't even know that you're taking the cod liver oil. Things like olive oil. I mean, that's really a plant juice because it has so many antioxidants in it. So maybe replacing the butter a couple times a week around your dinner table with olive oil can make a positive difference.
Oh, and it's delicious with, put some herbs in it.
Sure.
That's what they bring you in a good Italian restaurant.
Absolutely.
For your So, to recap, talking about the brain, it doesn't cost much.
No. Things that we
Go
can
take a
all do.
walk.
Right.
Yeah. When I can't get outside, I walk in my house. I
Sure.
set the clock and I walk that far. I very seldom miss exercise. Sit-ups and resistance training is also good for the brain, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. Small hand weights, I mean, you can get them and pour water in them to make them more portable if it's something that you're on the road and find it difficult to do. But little things that we can do around the house, picking up cans, just the walking.
Yeah.
Absolutely can make a difference.
Boy, we are out of time, but we've talked about some really important things that don't cost you anything. It's not going to really affect your budget that much. And to treat the brain as in ways that we've always talked about treating the heart. It's kind of what it comes down to. We are out of time, but please join me next time, remembering there's no higher calling than that of a homekeeper, and you're coming back soon.
If you should miss a Homekeepers program, you can catch up by going to www.ctnonline.com. Click on CTN Programs and then on Homekeepers.